Welcome to In the City. My name is Nicolas Cabrera, and I am your co-host. Unfortunately, our other co-host, Tony Newell, the legendary Tony Newell, could not be here with us today. I hope that you gentlemen would get to meet him, hopefully sometime in the future. Tony is the CEO and co-founder of Resource City. I am the community outreach director of Resource City. And this is In the City. We are going to be your show about everything local to South Florida, Coral Gables, and the 305. Well, thank you. A couple shout outs real quickly. I'd like to introduce our executive producer, Andres, here at Miami Community News. Andres, thank you for helping us out today. And I don't think we can hear you if you start talking, no? But thank you for all your assistance in helping us put together today's episode. We will be going live every Thursday at 3 p.m. right in this studio. I do want to give some credit to Restaurant Dudes for giving me the inspiration for this show. I sat in that corner right over there and had about 12 beers by the time it was 11 o'clock in the morning with these guys. It's a wild show, wild time. I'd like to take a moment to introduce my special guests today. First, we have the wonderful Uncle Tony G.
Hello, everybody. How we doing?
Well, how's it going, Tony? How you doing today, man?
Living the dream.
Yeah, living the dream. Or living the nightmare, because that's still a dream.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah. And to my right as well, we have Mad Max Goldstein.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, guys, thanks for having us here. I think a couple of our colleagues at the office are watching us right now. I sent them the link.
Yeah.
Anybody can watch our shows live every Thursday through Miami Community Newspapers Facebook. These shows will also be available via YouTube after every episode. So, hey, guys, feel free. Please post them. All right.
Sweet.
So you gentlemen are health insurance advisors. Well, tell me a little bit about that. What is it that you guys do on a day-to-day basis? Tony, you want to go ahead and start? Max?
I'll let Max
Go ahead, Max.
off.
Go, man.
Health insurance is something everybody needs, not something everybody really cares for, because you only look at it probably an hour a year until you actually have to use it. But it's a necessity, and where we as independent advisors come in handy is we have capabilities to skim not just one carrier or one product or one item, but we can look at collectively everything that's out there and help you find what's best for you and figure it out.
Yeah. Well, Tony, how did you get involved in the health insurance industry?
Well, 2020 hit and pandemic, as we know, everybody lost either their jobs or businesses. And I was living in Austin, Texas. And at the point, I was actually working 2 jobs and a private chef business. And at that point, I lost all 3 of my jobs and called an old friend, a mentor, saw he's doing health insurance and very successful at it. Said, you know what? It's time for change. 20 years of being in hospitality, and said, you know what? Let's go with it. So I literally bought a car, packed everything I owned, and drove straight back to Miami, where I'm from, born and raised in Miami-Dade County.
Where'd you go to high school down here?
Christopher Columbus High School.
Oh, man.
I'm a Columbus boy.
Yeah. There's a nice rivalry there between Columbus and Belen, huh?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I'm sure that rivalry still exists after you graduate now in adulthood.
Oh, it's always going to be there.
Yeah.
It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like 2 fraternities going at it,
Yeah.
But
so, how does Miami compare to Austin?
Well, Austin's one of the most up and coming cities in the country. It's a very tech city. You probably have the big major players when it comes to tech having their headquarters now situated in Austin. Apple, Facebook, Google. So all of them are there now. So it's a little different, very young city because it's also a university city and it's the capital. Yeah. So you have all those 3 meshing together. So it's a very interesting city, but only I think it's only like 1.2 million people there.
And Tesla now.
And Tesla has their.
And you went back a few weeks ago, didn't you, to network out in Texas?
I went back a couple months ago to do some networking as well as see some old friends, and it was a fun time. Austin's always a fun time.
Yeah,
it's live music capital of the world. So
yeah, well, that's awesome. And Max, what industry did you come from before you started in health insurance?
I was in hospitality, pretty much the same line of Tony, just the other end. I was in luxury hospitality, most recently with Mandarin Oriental Hotel Groups.
Wow. Okay.
Had a career path in mind with that field, and was passionate about it. And towards the end, it started to beat me down. So naturally, I was questioning, is this the right thing for me? Started entertaining, looking into other routes. And then, just like Tony said, COVID really gave me that last push.
Yeah.
So I got furloughed temporarily from operations management with the Mandarin. Had just bought a new house, so the wife and I were able to get everything moved into our new house, get situated. Wasn't getting any calls to come back to work after a couple months. So after a year of a friend of mine trying to poach me to come into health insurance, I called him and he put me in touch with the same guy Tony's talking about, a mentor to Tony, and who's become a mentor to me as well. And yeah, it's been a great journey ever since.
And I want to give that mentor some credit, because he's been a mentor to all of us. I mean, we are all finding some incredible success in the health insurance industry because of this guy. And I hope he's out there watching. He knows who he
watching.
is.
He is watching.
Is he watching?
Yeah.
There he is.
He's right there.
I'm going to wait till he gives us permission to call his name out. But there it is. Eric Korsmeyer. Thanks for watching, Eric. Thanks for supporting us for the show today.
Eric the agent.
Yeah, man. Eric the agent. And I believe he's flying up to Kentucky today. But we're really excited because in a few weeks, I'm going to have him on the show. And he's going to be calling me out, he says. But that's going to be a fun episode. We're going to have him on. So,
and we're always looking for new agents.
Yes, we are. We're in the
Always looking
process
for
of
new agents.
recruiting and expanding our offices. So if anybody out there is looking for a career change, really moving away from a job into a true career and financial independence, this is an incredible opportunity. I'm lucky I found this opportunity. My dad and Eric were partners for about a year. My dad is in the property and casualty and group health side of insurance business, Cabrera Benefits Group. I've watched him develop his agency for the last, he's gonna tell me I was wrong, but I think it's 15 years now. Came to talk to us a few weeks ago, which is really cool. And I actually got to meet Tony Newell, our CEO of Resource City, through my dad, which is really cool. So it's kind of come full circle, and I'm really excited to be doing this and having you guys on our kickoff episode. I want to come back to you for a second. You mentioned your wife, but you didn't get to mention your beautiful little girl.
Yeah.
Her name is
Sophia. So we have a 3-year-old. She just turned 3 back in October. And we actually just found out a couple of days ago, we're going to be having our second March 18.
Wow.
So March 18 plate just got a little bit fuller, and Y just got a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Congratulations. Can we get that little clapping button one more time, Andres? Well, let's see if I need to give this gentleman here a little round of applause. And we're so excited for you, man. You really are a great father. I watch you talk to Sophia almost every single day. There we go. Round of applause for you and the wonderful wife.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'm really excited for you, man. I'm excited to see your family grow as your business continues to grow.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, we talk about, being in the city, right? So the three of us make a lot of effort to network within our communities. So what are some of the things that you guys do to network with other small businesses around South Florida, with other small business owners? I'd like to hear about some of those things. Tony, you want to go ahead and start?
Sure. One of the things I do is I part of an organization called BNI. BNI is Business Network International, which they have chapters all over the world, actually. The one I'm a part of is called BNI University, and we actually do virtual, and we're going to be meeting in person as well. We basically pass referrals to each other, which is great, because when you're part of a professional group, well, you're going to be around professional people, so you're going to have great referral business passing with each other, which are always looking for new members. And yeah, it's a great way to create business for each other, basically.
Oh, cool. All right. Max?
Visibility. Tony mentioned BNI, which is a great way for beginners. Any networking groups are a great way for beginners to get their name out there and kind of meet people within the community. That's an excellent tool. I'm very keen on social media.
Okay.
Growing with it and trying to finagle it. It is not the easiest tool to use, but it's a very powerful tool because it's not just around the community of directly in Miami. It's outside of Miami. It's north, it's south, it's east, it's west. Not so much east because you'd be in the middle of the ocean,
Yeah.
but west, north, south, and you really get your face out there. And what's great about being in our position of being independent contractors, independent advisors, is I don't need to necessarily follow a code book
Right.
like I was programmed with Four Seasons hotels and with Mandarin Oriental for so long, that there's a way things are done and you can't do it outside of this way or it doesn't work. And if you don't do what we tell you, that's just not the way it goes. I get to be myself. I get to do my own style. I get to take what I've learned from people like our mentor, Mr. Horsemeyer, and the other people around me, and I get to use so many different skills that I've picked up and purvey it to the people I meet in the community and the other people around that are struggling out there.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that a lot of folks in the community don't realize that we're here, we're out, we're active, we're doing a lot to try and help everybody on a day-to-day basis. I mean, a lot of times people get a call from somebody, hey, you need health insurance, but we want to be more than that. We want to give ourselves a face, a name, a brand. Mad Max, Uncle Tony G. We want people to see us, like you said, visibility.
One of the things that I love with our company that we work for is hope. And hope, what it stands for is helping other people every day.
Yeah. And
when you live that, it just comes full circle, comes right back to you. So if you're just constantly trying to help people, it is I believe in karma, and I think it will come back full circle. And I really, really try to institute that into my daily practice of life.
Yeah.
Well,
Tony, you and I were at Monty's last night. We were having a great conversation. You shared with me.
I saw you guys there. I wish I came.
Did you see us there? Yeah, well, we like it there, right? Our offices are right there at Miami Beach, so it's easy to walk to. I'll tell you what, that Monty's is one of the coolest little bars in all South Florida, because you can sit there at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night and watch the cruise ships go by.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I was sitting there, I watched the Virgin Voyages, the Scarlet Lady go by last night.
It looks like a spaceship.
It looks like a
right?
spaceship. I don't even think it's actually a cruise ship. It's more of like a super yacht.
No.
And don't get me wrong. I looked up the prices. I really want to go on that ship now. But I don't think I'll be going on any more cruise ships for a while. My dad's watching and he knows exactly why I'm saying that. Oh, we do have a comment. That's my dad says, that's my boy. Well, that's my dad up there. So thanks for watching, Dad. I'm hoping Mom is up there watching too. I know my grandfather was going to be on there. And I do know that Mrs. Newell, who is Tony Newell's mother, wonderful Mrs. Newell, was going to be watching us today. So Mrs. Newell, if you're up there watching, hello, good to see you. Anyway, come back for a minute. You gave me, you showed me an image last night. It was 4 things, 4 points. The first one was something about your word. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's a book by Mr. Ruiz. It's called the 4 Agreements.
4 Agreements.
And the one I showed you was keep your word impeccable.
Okay.
And I think that's an important one to agree, to have that agreement.
Yeah.
To always have your word. Your word is who you are. Who you represent. So anything that you ever say you're gonna do it. If you're gonna be there, be there. Integrity is a very important aspect of how you build yourself as a brand, as well as your character.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important to have that agreement for yourself.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. I see now what we call you Uncle Tony G. Where did that nickname originally come from?
Well, it's funny. I was actually doing yoga retreats. When I say yoga retreats, I was actually the private chef, and they would, take me out to these yoga retreats. I actually did one last year in open enrollment, and
that was the thing out in Arizona.
In Arizona, yeah, where I cooked for 16 people, and it's a great time. But I was really talking to my friends there and saying, what could I brand myself? And everybody was like, "You're Uncle Tony G. You always take care of everybody. Like, that's just who you are. That's your nature. You always think of other people." And I do have a beautiful nephew that I now get to be a part of his life, as well as my niece, which I didn't do because I was always either another country or another city, being a chef. And he was like, oh, Uncle Tony G. That's it. That's gonna be me. That's the brand right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And talking about your niece and your nephew, you get to go to a lot of football games with them. You're always out.
Mhm.
You're a big Canes fan, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about the Canes.
Talk about in the city, man. University of Miami, located right there in
Oh yeah.
the heart of Coral Gables.
Sucks to be you. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. I don't want to offend any Canes fans. So.
No, you're not gonna offend anybody. Who's your favorite team then?
I'm not much better. I'm Penn State for college.
Okay. Yeah.
I went to Penn State for a couple of years, and they're not doing much better. I mean, no, but I'm from the Philly area originally.
Yeah, I was
so
gonna ask.
Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, Sixers.
Okay. Cool, man.
You name it.
Yeah. Are you a football fan or a baseball fan or more of a basketball fan?
I grew up with the Eagles my whole life. My aunt inherited season tickets from my great grandfather. So there were most of my aunt and uncles are married. I have one aunt that never got married.
Okay.
So because of that, great grandfather ended up giving her the Eagles season tickets,
Oh,
which she's
gosh.
had for 30 years, 40 years. I'm not sure, but it's right on the 43-yard line,
Okay. Wow, man.
which is midfield, and I've been to 49 Eagles games in my whole life. I have every ticket stub from every game I've ever been to.
That's amazing.
So
Nice.
Eagles is the preference.
Yeah. Well, talking about football, and of course, I want to keep it back in the city a little bit. This past Sunday, Bay 13 Brewery. Have you guys heard of Bay 13 yet? It's
No,
this
not yet.
awesome Australian style brewery in Coral Gables. It's right on Alhambra Circle,
Mhm.
across the street from the Hyatt.
Sure.
Place is awesome. I mean, it's unlike, yeah, you like Bay 13? I like Bay 13. And it's funny because the owner, he calls me out because it's literally 5 minutes walking from my apartment. So it's like my little local watering hole, right? So I like to go and hang out there. Sometimes I pull up right after we get off work. They had the ultimate
Ralph, baby.
What did he say?
Fly, Eagles, fly. That's right.
I knew he was going to say that. I was waiting for him to comment. That's my dad. Bay 13 had this ultimate game day experience this past Sunday. They had, and they're going to do it again, hopefully. They had brunch, beer, transportation to the game, tailgating at the game. We had our private owned section. It was out of this world. And that was a fun game to watch. The Dolphins versus the Patriots.
Nice.
And I haven't gotten to go to a Dolphins game in a long time. That was a good time. You guys ever get to go to Hard Rock Stadium?
Oh, I basically was at every University of Miami football game this year. We've had season tickets for, gosh, maybe 20 years,
Wow, man.
something like that.
Yeah.
My whole family's, this is our family tradition, is University of Miami football games.
That's cool.
We do the tailgating, we do the whole thing.
Are you excited for the new coach?
So that's actually, funny you said that, because
Mario.
they are
Cristobal,
tied.
ball.
They are tied to my old alma mater,
Really?
Christopher Columbus High School.
Really?
Yes.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah. The offensive line coach, Alex Mirabal,
Okay.
he's actually was my economics teacher in Columbus.
Wow.
Yeah, it's good. To this day, supply and demand. That's what he taught me. Never forget it. And yeah, he's back in Miami. He's killing it. So they're actually tied to Columbus, and
So it's really close to home for you.
yeah.
That's super cool.
It's super cool seeing him back here.
We actually have a question up on the screen. Leah, I think we know Leah. We might know her a little. She asked, what do we like to drink? Max, what's your favorite drink, man?
Bullet bourbon, old fashioned. If I could go
Whoa.
to anything.
Think we got an
I'm
old
getting a
fashioned
nod back there. Yeah.
Andres knows what. Yeah, you know what to drink, man. Yeah, got good taste. Tony
I'm-
G,
Vino, baby.
Vino. Just
all
a nice
the wines.
Pinot
All the
Grigio.
wines.
All
No. If we're gonna do some wine, I mean some Brunello de Monticello or some Barolo, or I love Italian, old school Italian wines. That's
her.
uh
Well, I think I owe you guys a drink, so I think that at some point we're gonna have to go to our partner over at Bay 13 Brewery.
yes.
I'll get us a round of drinks. I will say that they have an awesome blonde ale called the G, Tony G.
Nice.
I do joke with them. I say they named it after me, but they didn't. But most of the bartenders, when they don't know me and I say that, they kind of look at me for a second, like, really? And I'm like, no, I'm just I'll take the G now. So, well, in the city, again, we're the show about everything local, and so I kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit about Resourcity. Oh, it looks like Ben Fishman might be watching us because I just got a text from him saying this is amazing. So the big, he might be out there from Colorado watching us this afternoon. I called him out just now.
Ralph, we have to hang out more, man. I'm seeing fly eagles fly. I'm seeing old fashioned. We have to hang out more. I'll call you after the show.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to come over, man. He's got the best sunsets from his condo. So we're going to sit out there, have some old fashions.
Music to my ears.
Music to your ears. Well, we're excited because we're going to go see our favorite band tonight up in Fort Lauderdale, the Mavericks. They're actually a Cuban-American band from Miami. The lead singer's name is Raul Malo. He's got this real great old voice. He does a lot of like swinging style music, blues, some rock. We're so excited. And the really cool thing is, the drummer, a guy named Paul Deacon, went to elementary school with my dad, and they've got this great little history, and they hadn't seen each other for years. And all of a sudden my dad was up in Lake Tahoe a few months ago, and he's walking around, and I really want to let him tell the story. But he somehow, some way ended up getting in touch with Paul Deacon. But I'm going to hold that story until the day my dad gets to come on the show, because he's going to be here with us at some point in the near future. That's going to be a fun episode. I'm going to bring him and my sister on at the same time. And Tony Newell and I will get to interview them. But let's come back. I want to come back to Resource City for a second. So you talked about how Austin is almost a new tech hub, right?
Yeah, it's a tech hub. It's definitely community driven.
Community driven.
We talk about community. That place is all about it's people.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of knows everybody. Kind of like Miami. Miami's a really big, small town.
Yeah.
Where everybody knows. First question you ask somebody when you're from Miami is, "Oh, what high school did you go to?"
Yeah.
And from there you start the conversation. Same thing.
True.
I asked too.
I'm from here, and people ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People assume that I'm from here, even though I'm pale as hell.
and they ask.
They assume and they say, "Well, what?"
Yeah, that's always the first question. So, what high school did you go to? Because then you start tightening the circles, right?
Right.
And you know exactly who you hang out with, and you kind of, okay, you're cool, you're in, whatever, But yeah, back to like Austin. Austin does have that community, driven mentality, which is really cool. Really cool.
Well, that's what Resource City is all about. We're about community. We're about offering nonprofits, businesses, typical users and residents like ourselves, and cities a platform through which they can create this synergy and partner up, really work together and incentivize each other, gamify getting involved in your community and having a good time with just going out and about. Have either one of you heard of Patreon or Locals?
No, I'm not.
So Patreon and Locals are for content creators. It's their platforms through which these content creators can create like subscription based offerings. Well, Resource City is doing something very similar to that, where we take a business like Bay 13, or we take a business like, got a couple partners, Market Kitchen in Coral Gables, or we will have a guest on the show in a few weeks, a guy named Elliot with Pure Water Factory. We're taking these businesses and we're showing them how to incentivize people to go out and do good in your community. Go and support a nonprofit, go and support a community event. And all through this app, you'll be able to receive these perks and rewards for doing things like that. So I'm sure I've mentioned before, I'm the vice chair of a nonprofit called Bike Walk Coral Gables. Bike Walk, we run a monthly bike tour every third Sunday. Tony, actually, you might be coming with us this Sunday, right?
Yep, I'm getting myself in bike shape.
In bike shape.
Because I'll be doing a bike, 15-mile bike ride.
Oh, yeah.
To fight the battle against cancer.
Yeah.
Which is dear to my heart. Been doing this for quite a while now with the Miami Dolphins. It's going to be it's a really big event happening at the end of February. And from there, I think raised almost $2-3 million, something like that. But it's a really fun event because you get to ride with the Miami Dolphins and ride around the Hard Rock Stadium. And it's giving back to the cancer patients and Sylvester Cancer Center, which is one of the top cancer centers in the country.
Yeah.
Never forget when I first did this, I was riding bike at the end, going to the finish line, and all the cancer patients are holding signs saying thank you.
It's awesome.
And there's no greater feeling than when you're helping somebody that really needs help like that.
It's amazing.
It's
And what bike do you ride in this?
I don't have a bike. I actually borrow my brother's.
You borrow okay.
But it's just a regular mountain bike.
Okay, man, I'm going to join you. I want to take that ride with you. Maybe we can get a
it's
few others in the office and around town to support us. I think that'd be a really great opportunity.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and hopefully you'll get to join us Sunday. It looks like Leah up there is joining us as well. She said, "See you Sunday." We'll see you Sunday, Leah. It's a great time. Our monthly bike tours are really cool because each one's a themed ride. So this one coming up on Sunday is Healthy Start. One of our board members is going to be giving a tour of the city where she talks about, fitness and being active and taking care of yourself. It's a great time. And the reason I talk about Bike Walk is because they're one of our partners in Resource City, up and coming partners. And we're going to be creating a membership program for them. And this membership program, where however many dollars a month, you get all these cool rewards and incentives, either discounts on the bike tours, free walking tours, and just different things like that. So we have 5 minutes left in the show. So I'm going to take a few minutes to talk about some of the things happening around town this coming weekend. You guys got any plans this weekend?
Playoff football,
Hanging
with the family, and
Biking.
bike tours. So that's number one.
And my phone's on. If anybody out there has questions about their existing health plan, if anybody out there needs help with life insurance, disability, whatever, our resources are unlimited. We've got a nice tenured group of professionals around the city of Miami and the country. So if you're struggling out there, every state will be able to find you somebody that can help you.
Yeah. Andres, if you want to go ahead, you can throw up our Instagrams now. For all our viewers, our Instagrams are going to be popping up there at the bottom right corner. Please shoot us a follow. You got Uncle Tony G _health.
And if you enjoy some food, you will
that's
find
right.
some food pics on my Instagram. I do post some of those creations.
Yeah.
Uncle Tony G, always here for food and your health insurance needs.
Mad Max, what's yours?
Just to be clear, Mad Max doesn't have anything to do with my temper at all. I was going through names for just a brand, and I didn't want to do Alliance Insurance or Corporate USA Insurance Group like everybody else does. My wife and I were sitting at the table together, and she said Mad Max. I was like, cool, let's do it.
It works. It's cool.
That's it.
It's catchy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely shoot us a follows. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
If you're around town this weekend, check out some really great activities. The Coral Gables annual farmers market starts this Saturday in front of City Hall. That's going to be from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Great place to get some fresh food, and get to know some local vendors. In the nature of farmers market, I'm very excited to be starting the Makers Market in partnership with Bay 13. That'll be starting Saturdays in February. If there are any vendors out there looking to get involved in some Makers Market, please reach out to us either through my personal Instagram, the Nicolas R. Cabrera, or through at Resource City Co. Some other activities. There's a chili cook-off this weekend. I honestly can't remember the time or date. Let me look that up. That'd be kind of fun, huh, Tony?
Love chili.
Yeah. No, this is
I've
actually
had enough chili contests in my life.
this is actually a great annual event. That's going to be Sunday, January 16th from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. And you can claim your tickets at gableschilifest.eventbrite.com. So
Cool.
definitely check that. I'm gonna check that out. That'd be a lot of fun. Maybe we'll go after the bike tour.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. If not Chili Fest, I'm gonna definitely be over at Clutch Burger. Have you guys been to Clutch Burger?
I have not.
No.
I think I have.
Yeah.
I
Talking
might
about
be confusing it with Kush Burger.
you might be thinking, yeah, but talking about our Resource City partners again, Clutch Burger has the best burger in all of South Florida. I mean, it's one of the best I've ever had. They do a show right here on Thursdays as well in the mornings. Restaurant Dudes. Shout out to Chef Andre, right? Chef Andre, Chef Jerry Case, and the man, the myth, the legend himself, Steve Bradley. Hope you guys get to meet him at some point.
Chef's rule.
Chef's two rule, man. And these guys are really good. Good beers too. They always feature a different beer on their show. We're going to be featuring coffee on our show because it's a 3:05. We start at 3:00.
Cafecito, baby.
Cafecito, baby. Yeah, that's right. What's your favorite coffee?
Straight black
black
coffee, Americano as they call it here, and coffee as they call it in every other city in the country.
Well, welcome to Miami, where it's as they like to say, what is it? Liquid crack, basically. That's exactly what it's like here. So
you have to keep drinking it because you come down after the first 5 minutes of the first sip, and then back up, down, up, down,
up, down, up, down. That's why I can't sit still at my desk at the office. I sat here for 30 minutes. Can you believe that? I did right here.
I'm actually impressed.
I'm impressed too.
Yeah.
We're really excited to be starting this series again. We'll be here every Thursday at 3 p.m. Hope you guys will join us again sometime in the future. You're always welcome to call in. And to any of our future viewers, feel free to please join us on the show live. Send your comments in. In future episodes, we will have a phone number up on the board so that you can contact any and every health agent in all of South Florida, the best that we have to offer. We'll get you guys in touch with Tony. We'll get you guys in touch with Max. Next week, we'll hopefully have another agent on with us. I'll hopefully have my legendary co-host Tony Newell on the show. And we'll see you in the city, everybody.
And if you have a Spanish speaker person that needs help, I speak Spanish too.
That's it. That's it right there. Big thanks, Andres, for your help today. And again,
thank you, Nicolas, for
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, guys,
having us
my pleasure.
on the show.
Thanks for kicking off the series with me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
A year from now, we'll have this. We'll do a little reunion.
Awesome.
So
Great.
Great.
And in the meantime, one